Hey everyone, it's time for a late night chat. Just hanging out here back from a walk. And I've been very pensive today. It's a rest day. Never a good idea because nothing to do but let the brain go, which is not always a good thing. But what I'd like to talk about today is support and support systems. And a bunch of stuff happened to me this week that kind of made me think about that. So I thought I would come on here and share. Because it's all about sharing, right? So earlier this week, on Facebook, I submitted a public post uh, in relation to um, this promotion that a plastic surgeon is doing, who's giving a pro bono surgery to someone here in Quebec that is in need of it and isn't covered by insurance. I'm like, hey, that's me. I worked pretty hard. I made this uh, video. I think it like 26 or 27 different versions of it before I had one that was okay. And then I edited it and all that stuff. And um, so I put this video out there, and it's a very personal, very um, revealing thing that I did, right? And in this post, I mentioned, please like this post. And looking back on it, I don't really know why I said that because it's not like it's a popularity contest, right? It's not like the video with the most likes gets the pro bono surgery. No, it's not like that at all. I mean, yeah, it's part of an awareness campaign here in Quebec. So I mean, it doesn't hurt anything. But I think the reason why I asked that was more to do with myself. I think I wanted. I mean, initially I wanted that reinforcement. That I don't know, I guess to kind of bolster my courage for having put that out there like I did. Um, and a little pat on the back maybe for having done it, because that's a big thing for me to make a public post about my weight loss journey and all the deformities that I have. I mean, it's no small thing for me. So, so I put this video out there, and a bunch of things happened. First of all kinds of people like from my life. I mean, from the old neighborhood where I grew up, from high school, from college, from university, from where I worked, everywhere. All kinds of people just kind of creeped out of the woodworks to support me on this. And, some people put nice comments, some people shared the post, which they didn't really have to do because there's no reason to. But they shared it, and they put some nice comments. I had a couple people message me and just talk about things, and it was really great. I was really like, after this happened, I'm like, maybe I made a little mistake, and I think that's probably what I'm going to call this video. Um, you know, I really haven't been open with my struggles, my health struggles, my weight struggles, um, how I lost weight, why I lost weight, all this stuff with like my my general past friends and acquaintances. I mean, yeah, every couple months, I'll post a new picture up for everyone to see, and people are like, "Wow, you look great, you lost weight," and blah blah blah, all that stuff, right? But that's about as far as it gets. Um, so I don't know. Part of me thinks that maybe if I was more open about my surgeries and my weight loss, that maybe I would have this whole other support network that I've missed out on. And also, I mean, based on some of the things people have said, maybe seeing my journey might have been motivational to them to keep up in their health or to lose weight or whatever it is. um, so missed opportunities, whatever, it's not a big deal, but it's just, I just think that going into surgery and weight loss and with all my health problems, I think there was a lot of shame, and so that's why I didn't want to share it, retreated kind of thing. Um, and also not just shame, but just you're always scared, someone's gonna make that comment, weight loss surgery is the easy way out, or some ridiculous, ignorant comment like that that's gonna throw you off or upset you. So you don't even want to deal with it, right? So you just, instead of, putting it out there and then just dealing with that when it happens, you just don't put it out there, right? Don't know if that was the best choice looking back at it. So really think about that. If you're getting to the surgery, maybe you just had surgery or you're getting into it. I mean, really, it definitely is a personal choice whether you reveal it and how much of your journey that you share. But I think it's something to consider, and I think yeah, there's a lot of assholes out there. Let's be honest. But there's far more good, supportive, kind people than there are assholes. So if you're in the mental state where you can, get rid of the assholes and just pay attention to the others, then great. Maybe consider putting it out there a little bit more um, than I did. So that was a big positive thing that sort of came out of it for me, is just that support and reconnecting with a few people, and hearing their stories and all this kind of stuff. But here's the thing, and please, when I say this, don't be offended. It's just not a "woe is me" kind of thing. It's not a call for attention. I don't want you to go looking for the post to like it, their comment, or anything like that. I'm over it. I'm over that need to have that reinforcement, if that makes any sense. But here's the thing, okay? So I made this public post on Facebook. Everyone on my friend list can see it. Everyone in the world can see it. Um, And out of, I don't know, I think I have like 200 some odd weight loss and weight loss surgery friends. Like, I have a group of them. And that's, I share a lot of stuff with them. Out of that group, the 200 and some odd people, I had five. Five people liked my post, and one person commented on the post, which is okay. I understand. The way Facebook works, you unfollow people. It gets to be too much one thing or the other, you unfollow them, you whatever, you know, or you're sick of hearing what they have to say, which is probably the case as well, so you unfollow them. Whatever it is, I mean, I filter my list too, I don't have everyone in my feed, but I have my group of weight loss people, and I can go look at that group. I look at it a couple times a week just to catch up on what everyone is up to. But anyway, um, yeah, so I was like, wow, so I've got all this support from people who I haven't shared anything with, and very little support from this huge group of people that I've shared a lot with. I mean, from the YouTube community mostly, from the forums, a few people, but mostly from YouTube. So I was like, okay, don't really know what to do with that. So that's what I've been processing here today. Um, And again, like, I understand it. There's no need to like the post. Like I said, it's not a popularity contest where the most likes gets the surgery or anything like that. So I'm not upset that I didn't get that likes, but I was expecting my weight loss surgery community to give me that initial push, that courage, that pat on the back, whatever it was, because I had done this and gone after this surgery that I really need. And these people know more than anyone else how much I need and want this surgery, right? So, yeah. So, it is what it is. Um, and I understand it. Like, I'm not upset about it or anything. I've known for months and months now that people just unfollowed me. Um, my videos still get, 100 views or whatever, and that's great. That's enough for me to say that it's worthwhile to do them. I don't get a lot of feedback from them. Um, but like I said, it was just, I think it was I don't know, kind of a realization that, one, like I said, maybe I should have been looking elsewhere, closer to home, maybe, for that support that I needed. And also that, friendships and communities are a dynamic thing, right? Um, you know, it was very strong when I started YouTube. The feedback that I got and, connecting with people is very strong, and now it's very, very weak. So I think coming to that realization is like, yeah, I really need to work harder on making those, those deeper connections with people, whether they're closer home or online. I mean, a lot of it too is just that with the weight loss community, I don't want to say that I failed to connect with people, but I really haven't made that in-depth connection with people, um, like I hoped, and and part of that is me, my personality. Part of it is just the fact that it's a big world, and I can't actually see these people, and I don't have the means to go in to these meetups and everything. So even though there's lots of great people that I would get along with, and I'm sure they would love me to death, but it's just not. It's not in the realm of possibility. So I really, I have to start looking elsewhere and putting more effort into that. And like I said, I've talked about this before. It's something that I've known for a long time, but it's very difficult for me. Because what activities do you do with people when you're 40 years old and single, and you can't drink and you can barely eat, and I mean, it's really kind of limiting. Plus, being economically and socially sort of isolated now, it's a real challenge. But I mean, it's definitely one that I have to put more effort into. So anyway, that's it. Um, I just thought I would share those realizations about, support and support groups and the evil reality shatterer that Facebook is. I'm sure lots of people can identify with that. Um, yeah, but anyway, everything is going well with me. Um, I don't know what's going to come up with this application that I made for this pro bono surgery. There was a deadline at the end of August, but he's since taken his initial video down. He told me that it's still going on, but when the deadline is, I don't know. So I don't know when I'm going to hear about it, if I'm going to hear about it. I don't know what other candidates there are. I mean, basically, this is a thing that they're doing here in Quebec, um, because there's a lot of people like me who fall outside of those parameters that they allow for certain surgeries. For me, it's because I lost so much weight and my excess skin is so extreme that the minimal procedures that they do allow are insufficient to fix the problems that they're supposed to fix. And the same thing goes for people who are, maybe there's a breast cancer survivor in need of surgery, and there's some reason, I don't know, maybe whatever it is, there's some detail about their circumstance that lies out of that bureaucracy of what they allow. And this is a campaign where they're just, they're trying to, give away this free surgery, spread some awareness that this is an issue, and, sort of a campaign for more open access to healthcare. I mean, it really should be on a case by case basis. I mean, if someone comes in there and they've got, 10 pounds or 10 or 20 pounds of skin on them, they should be able to look at it and say, yeah, you should probably get that removed. And not just, oh, you can only get this part below your waist removed because that's what everyone else gets. It's like, well, yeah, but for everyone else, the rest isn't really a serious problem. And the same thing goes for any other kind of surgery, any kind of other plastic reconstructive type surgery that goes on, whether it's a scar. Maybe they have a scar here and it's not a big deal, so they're not covered, but maybe the scar is here and interferes with them getting work in their chosen field or something like that. Um, so anyway, that's what's going on. The bulk is still growing strong. I'm about 180 pounds now, which is pretty cool. It's still going up pretty slow, but I'm working, 4,000, 4,200 calories. I'm trying to decrease my activity. That's not going so well because, I don't know. I like going to the gym, and it's a stress reliever for me, so it's hard to cut it down. Like, I generally go for 90 minutes. I was trying to cut it down to about 70 minutes. Um, it, 1 out of 3 times I actually managed that. So I'm working at it. I'm working at it. Because I know that the extra activity is just burning calories and not necessarily building any muscles, so I shouldn't be doing it. But other than that, everything is good, and it's 15 minutes, so I'm going to stop and say bye. Hope everyone's out there getting their fitness in. Hope you don't all hate me for being such a, I don't know, extreme case of weight loss and surgery and social awkwardness and whatever it is, character flaws that I have. I love you all, so bye guys.